evening.
Great evening, great evening.
Hey, Miss Leslie, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Dale. How are you?
Man, we're doing fantastic tonight.
I know, fantastic. Yes,
It's
great
the
things are
only way
happening.
to be. It's the only way to be on a Monday.
I know that's right. Yes, money making Monday.
Money
Right?
making Monday. I like
I
that. I'm writing it down.
love
Oh,
that's
Miss Angel,
Hey
El
Philip, good to
Bruno.
see you. It's been a while, my friend.
Yes,
Miss
yes.
you.
Been
Hey,
busy,
Philip, man, how you
been busy,
doing?
been busy preparing for the wedding. And doing it's been very, 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 very busy.
Wow.
I watched on
I
Facebook around
know, I
this.
know.
Yeah.
So what you're
Well, we're
trying to
glad to
tell us
see
is
you
that's a
back.
big distraction.
Oh, it is. It is, yes. Uh, Two different locations. It's kind of harder to, but it's gonna be easier when I go down there. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got my setup
Wow.
box. I got my setup box. So I'm gonna take it. I can't wait to take it down there when I leave August 16th. I'm gonna take it down there
There
and
you
do some
go,
testing
man.
down
There
there,
you
Yes.
go.
down in Paris.
Congratulations, man.
Oh, thank you.
Good for you.
Yeah, you,
So we're gonna
Mr. Dell,
get started.
you've been rocking and rolling with your setup box design, Mr. Angel. You said
Miss Angel's killing it, man. I'm just trying
yeah,
to follow her lead,
you
man. That's
got
all I'm
35
doing.
now.
Oh no. No. I'm trying to learn from Mr. Dell Woodrow here.
Yeah. Don't let a kid, don't let a kid you, Philip.
But you guys
She
are
put up
the, the reason why we're here today. So super excited about what we're gonna share. Gonna give everyone just one more minute to hop on, and then we're gonna do our agreement drills, like we always start out the call. So get a little one more minute, see whoever comes on, and then we'll go ahead and get
see if it's
started.
printing now.
So, what was that?
Oh, I was talking to my son. Sorry, I thought I was on mute.
No
Having him go check the printer.
All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get started then. So who wants to do our agreement drills today? How about you, Philip? Come
Yes,
on, you
let's do it. Let's
let
do it.
give us a hard time. Give us a hard time. Make us
I'm not
agree with
interested.
you.
I'm not interested.
I understand.
Oh, of course, I get it.
I see why you'd say that.
I don't have time.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
like,
love people who don't have time.
I can't do it right now. Maybe we can schedule something next month.
Of
yep,
course.
I understand.
Yes,
Yeah, I just don't believe in making a decision all immediately. I need some time to think about it.
I
Sure.
understand.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I need some more time to think about it. I don't buy this.
I get
I,
it.
Yeah, well, how much more time do you need?
Oh yes. Just give me. I'll get back with you. I'll get back to you when I'm ready.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem.
All right. I think
I ran out. I ran out. Yes.
that Philip ran out. It's great when we can run people out of their of their, objections, right? So that's the name of the game, right? Just agree until they run out of objections. Now they just have to listen.
Down. Got tied down.
So if you're good at, agreeing, then they have no choice, right? They're looking for a way out and you're not giving them a way out. You're being understanding. And so they're just like, okay, what you got? Just tell me, right? And that's all you need is just that door in, right? That open door, right? From a closed door, we just need an open door. And that's what the agreement drill does. That's going to help everyone, right? And today, This is what I love about our team. This is what I love about the people in our group is that not only are we always, running and doing things for our own, because we want to win, we want to have success, and we want our team to have success, but all of us here, and this is why I love the Foresight family, because we're always thinking for everyone else. It doesn't matter where you are, who you're with, who you're under. We're all under the beams, right? And we all think about, everyone else as well, right? We're one big happy family, regardless of where we are on this compensation plan, right? And I'm really honored and privileged to really bring this special guest to the line because, I've been with him throughout the years and, nothing but exceptional. He's number one, has always, not only been successful for his team, but he's always thinking about the bigger team and making sure that to serve, the bigger picture, right? And so when he came and said, "Hey, Angel, we need to get together. We need to get to smash out this PS3 so that everybody can benefit and everybody has something in hand so that they're not waiting, too long and letting this opportunity of the Zeta being half off blow away because they just don't have anything ready, right? And so I want to go ahead and bring Mr. Dale Boudreaux to the forefront and step away because because of him, this is the reason why we have the PS3 today. He's going to be teaching us and teaching me as well on how to really go and get this Zeta sales, right? So let me get out of the way of greatness, Mr. Dale Boudreaux. Take it
Well,
away.
thank you, Miss Angel. Man, look, give it up for Miss Angel because she's always leading the pack on just about every category, and she runs her business just straight up professional. And the Houston event was just so magnificent. It just it put fire into everybody to just move ahead as fast as we can with this. And of course, speed kills in this business, man, and that's what you want. So, Miss Angel, we appreciate you giving up for Miss Angel. We definitely appreciate her. I know I do because I've been collaborating with her over the years in different kinds of businesses. And the one thing I can tell you is if you want to learn how to put your people in a position to win, pay attention to what Miss Angel's doing because she doesn't just do it onesie twosie. She does it on a grand scale, and that's what we all trying to achieve is that grand scale. So, whatever your goals are, and I mean, I watched her from where she was at to where she's at now. And I tell you, it's because of the work that she does. It really is. It's because of the work that she does. So, I appreciate you, Miss Angel. Always have. I remember the first day we met. So, I just appreciate how you work and how you do things and how you do anything is how you do everything. So that's why, you're a leader in this group and we appreciate it. And you do this on every other Monday, and that takes a commitment. And a lot of people, it's not that they don't have commitment, but you have a commitment to serve the bigger team. And that right there goes a long way to, even me trying to get in touch with you on a leadership call to do this, right? So it was, it's like Miss Angel said, man, I love our team because of this right here. So this was born out of me and her direct messaging each other on Saturday's crash camp, right? It just kind of came to fruition because Mr. Bean got us so fired up talking about the Zeta box. My God, man, I was ready to run through walls. And what I realized was I was. So what I realized was uh, my team didn't have a script. I didn't have a script. And so I was like, I immediately direct message Miss Amy. I hear somebody. So I immediately direct message her and said, hey, can we put a script together? So um, Saturday, we got together, we put the original script together. And then Sunday, we got with Mr. Bean. And, Mr. Bean put the Mr. Bean magic on it, right? And then him and I had another conversation late last night about what this script should be. And so, and he was really specific in a lot of areas. What I really like to point out is, Mr. Bean's purpose of the script is to sell the box. That's it. It's not to sell the future. It's not to sell what the box can do in the future. It's a gateway to much more. It's just to sell the box. So, because we had some verbiage in there originally that led us down the future path. So I need to put that in context before we go through the script. So, and look, it's not just a, hey, here's the script. So there's a lot of personality that goes into a script. You make it your own the way you want to make it your own. And this is just an initial script for selling a Zeta box that you can start from, right? And so as you learn things, when you call people, you start changing things around, and when you find out what works, you know, you start using that a lot because it works. So the thing I like to tell people about scripts is, number one, you got to put your personality into it. I mean, really. So for me, when I first used to get scripts, I'm a red when it comes to scripts, and I was very aggressive. And if you told me no, I was going to hammer you into oblivion, man. Like I was really going to give it to you. And then I was going to just mark you off my list forever. I mean, that's how I was. And I really, until we got into Grand Cardone with Miss Angel and everybody that was in Grand Cardone at the time, Miss Tanya and all of them, uh, man, look, I had to really soften my approach because I was like, I was leaving dead bodies in my wake. You know what I mean? So, and what's great that Miss Angel does this is that we showing you how not to do that, right? Like we going from experience here. And look, I work in a oil and gas, and there's no relief there. So you either hammering somebody or you're getting hammered, and you don't want to be hammered. So this Grant Cardone really gave me a great approach that Miss Angel uses, and that's why she's where she's at in her business. Is because I'm telling you, man, I remember when they started doing that, and about 2 weeks later, they were like brand new salespeople, man. It was like amazing. So I'm happy to share this script. You make it your own. And I'm sure that by Saturday, Mr. Bean's going to have this thing massaged like to where it needs to be, right? But I wanted to share this to everybody so you can give it to your people and have something to talk from when you're selling a Zeta box. You don't have to be a technical person. Matter of fact, you don't want to be. Y'all have me at a disadvantage if you're non-technical. So for me, it's like Mr. Kevin Ross. He's always wanting to go down the rabbit hole, right? Technically. So you don't want to talk to people on a technical basis, right? And I'm going to show you how we take somebody that wants more information and what we do with them. All right. So this script is to sell a Zeta box. So at the very beginning, and I'm just going to walk through it and then we'll practice it. What you think about that, Miss Angel? I kind of like that. So, at the beginning is the normal intro, right? Ring, ring. Hey, Miss Angel, good morning, right? You don't want to say how you doing. You just want to say good morning or good afternoon. And that's a hard habit to break because sometimes I still blurt it out. Hey, how you doing? Hey, good morning. So I need about 3 minutes of your time. Are you good with that, Miss Angel? So you're getting permission to get some time from her, right? Now, here's where Mr. Bean, really, man, his foresight, that's why he's the foresight company, man, a family, right? He says, hey, what you want to do in the beginning of this is show them what the Zeta box has done for you. And you're going to do that two ways. Number one, you're going to give them the big claim. And then number two, you're going to tell them a story. Okay. So the first thing is the big claim. Hey, Miss Angel, check your text message. I just sent you something. And so what you're going to send her is your before and after speed pictures.
Got
Okay.
it. What is this?
Huh?
I said, what is this?
Yeah. What is this, right? So, well, hey, that's my before and after speed pics on my Wi-Fi. So they're showing you how fast my Wi-Fi was and how fast it is now. Okay. Now let me tell you what that actually means, Miss Angel. So now comes the story. Okay. For me, I work from home. I had to wait on files from the office. I had lagging team calls. I had to do Zooms with no video. My sons, man, we had to go get a hotspot for them to play games on while I was working because I couldn't use the Wi-Fi. It wouldn't let me use it. You ever experienced any of these? Now I'm asking her. I'm putting the shoe on the other foot, right? Well, Miss Angel, have you ever experienced any of this?
Oh, yes, all the time. Drop Zoom calls.
Yeah, so what else, what other frustrations you experienced with your
Um,
internet?
Trading, losing, not able to log in and close my trades out.
Yeah, so I
Um,
mean, that's got to be frustrating, especially if you're losing money, right?
oh, yes,
See,
absolutely.
yeah, so right now I'm having a conversation with her and she's telling me what her problem is with her internet, right? So that's what we want. We want to know what their pain points are. So she's giving them to me, right? So so Mr. Bean, man, he's like, okay, man, Miss Angel, we solved this. All right. It's not the internet company's fault, right? When you buy internet, it's like you open a bag of potato chips. When you open a bag of potato chips, what you see? A half-filled bag. So you bought a full bag, you paid the full price and got a half a bag of potato chips, right? It's the same thing with the internet company. You're paying full price and you're getting a half a bag of internet. Now, I don't know how they did this. All I know is my connection and my download speeds are the best I ever had, and since I had my internet. My sons are not on the hotspot anymore. You know, I don't. If you could change anything about your internet, what would you change?
Oh, definitely the not getting logged off of Zooms when I'm the
Yeah.
person presenting.
Yeah. So, this box has been the silver bullet for everyone, Miss Angel. Everyone that bought this box, man, their internet has changed to a very positive state for them, right? And right now, man, our boxes are half price, and usually half price for any kind of internet gets you half performance, you know? So on a scale of 1 to 10, you love your internet as is, 7, you have more questions, or you want to put yourself in a position to not have to worry about drop Zoom calls anymore. Where are you in it when you're looking at this?
Mm, I'm a 10.
You a 10? Okay, fantastic. Well, let me send you the link.
If you can keep my internet going and no drop Zoom calls, that's a 10. I'm losing money, especially on
Yeah,
trading.
there you go. So, and then you just going through the sales process of doing it, right? And that's basically what this is. Now, if they want some more information on the bottom, it tells you how to do that, right? So it says, look, man, I don't know how this works. I can't explain it, but if you want to know why, I have something that can explain that for you. Let me send you a Zoom link. So when you get the Zoom link, we'll get on a Zoom right now. When you get on a Zoom link, I'm going to show you the 12-minute video. And then I'm going to go right back to, on a scale of 1 to 10, you love your internet as is, you have more questions, or you want to put yourself in a position where your internet doesn't have any troubles anymore. Where are you? You see, it's to simplify the process and finding out what somebody's pain points are right away and that we can solve them and just go in for the sale. So, but it's having a conversation with them more than it is anything else. I'm gonna have a conversation with you about your internet, right? I'm not just gonna say, "Hey, man, you having trouble with your internet? Brrr. What you want to do now?" Because everybody has a problem with their internet. They do. I mean, everybody does. They either can't get it upstairs, they don't have extenders or whatever it is, man. I mean, it's something, right? So that's the script. Okay. Now, with every script, usually we have like objections, but it's Grant Cardone takes over from there. Right? This is like just the main script and the body of the script. I didn't put like objections and all of that stuff because really I didn't have time yet, Miss Angel. I was just, this is the raw script, like right here, right? So, does anybody have any questions about this?
First of all, this is great because this is something to work with, and the objections and all of that comes later anyways, right? And that's always the same. So I think that this is great. Appreciate you putting this together so last minute for everyone, so that everyone has something to go with right away, right? So that's you got with Mr. Bean and you thought about all of us. So that we can have something in our hands. And this is great, right, to work with while Mr. Bean is putting together his PS5. So I'm super grateful to you for reaching out and doing this, which you didn't have to do, right, at all. We could have waited for Mr. Bean to finish up the PS5, but were you were on a mission to help everyone. So I appreciate it. I love it. And I think once we get this rolling and role play with this, so we can like get it into our normal rapport, that would be great.
Right. So, and the bag of potato chips, man, that's Mr. Bean's idea, right? So, and there's times you want to use that line, and then there's times you don't need to use that line. So it's like any sales process, man. You got to just feel the person out and where they're going. But the one thing you don't want to do, especially with something like Zeta, is you don't want to go down the rabbit hole, right? Now, if somebody, and look, I have to protect myself from that because when people start talking about speeds and, fiber and all this other stuff, I mean, I can go down the rabbit hole real quick. And I mean, like, seriously, while you and I was doing this, Miss Angel, putting the original script together, I had to stop myself from going down the rabbit hole. That's how bad it is for me on this, right? So, and especially if you're talking to IT people, because they want to take you down the rabbit hole like immediately. I mean, they start talking about WAP 2, WAP 3, all this other stuff, and types of security. And that's another thing that we talked about. So was the security aspect of this. I think that's going to be tagged on to this later as part of the script if somebody keeps asking questions. But for just selling the box, because if somebody don't want to buy the box right now, you're just going on to the next one. And we forget that. We forget that because we want to try to pull them across the finish line. And really, you got a list of 100 people, you don't need to. You really don't. So it's easy to go down a rabbit hole with Zeta. It really is, because the last mile, fiber optics, communities, meshing, you got 4 terabytes of hard drive, you got an AI, you got data centers. I mean, it's so easy to go down the rabbit hole when, that's what I love about Mr. Bean. The simplicity of this is I'm having a conversation with you and I'm telling you what it's doing for me on a practical scale, right? I'm telling you, hey, so when I was working, I was dropping files. My kids had to get on a hotspot. I mean, you heard his story, right? He had to go down the street to get, Wi-Fi. I mean, that's a good story. So you tell them your story. I mean, you don't have to exaggerate or nothing. It could be just, my download speed increased, so now I don't have to wait as long. I mean, that's a good story, right? It's just telling your story. Tell them how it helped you out. And then you're going to turn around and ask them, have you experienced any of this? That's it. I mean, when somebody's giving you as a salesperson, that I go into refineries and everything all the time, when somebody's giving you their pain points, man, that's money in the bank. That's money in the bank. Miss Marva, you have a question?
Yes, sir. So I want to thank you for doing that. Are we able to use this like right away?
Yes, ma'am.
We can, and how can we get a copy of it?
So, what's the best way to do that? Angel, just post it in where?
I can post it in, let me see.
I mean,
You
I
want me
kind
to
of took
put
a
it in the
screenshot of
chat
it.
right here?
Huh?
Did you want me to post it in the chat here,
Well, I'm
or
gonna clean it up. Let me clean it up a little bit, and then I'll post it in. We post. What's the best place to? Somebody tell me, because I'm not good at that.
but probably the 4x4
Yeah, the
or any
4x4
of the
would be the best
community.
place because that's where we're all supposed to be. So the 4x4 would be great.
So what I'm gonna do is, Mr. Bean is on he's doing a call right now. So he's doing a launch call or something. So when we finished here, I'm gonna call him up and I'm gonna say, hey, do we need to clean this up? Can we post it? Whatever he tells me to do, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And then, because I'm gonna tell him that y'all asked and we need to get it out. You know what I mean? But I
Right.
like him to do the final review. He didn't get to review this exact version because I was going off of his recording last night.
Okay. So I
And
think
that
this
was
is great.
that
Oh,
was an hour recording.
an hour. So
So
I
I was
think this is
sifting
a
through.
great
Anyway,
start. I think this is a great start. And then if when when you ask on a scale of 1 to 10, and that they say that one they love their internet as is, and then if they choose anywhere in between that 1 to 10, and if they're not a 10, then which means they need more information. When you tell them, hey, let's go ahead and hop on a Zoom so I can give you more information, and you play the 12-minute video or the 30-minute video for them, I think that's good to, answer the rest. You know how you said for them to have a bigger picture outside of just the high speeds, right? So I think
yes,
that's
ma'am.
great.
Yeah,
So I think
so
that will. Mhm.
that's like the fallback position when somebody starts asking technical questions right there. I mean, just throw your hands up and go, you look, I don't know how this works. I can't explain all this, but I have something that can explain it. And then you want to get on a Zoom with them right away. That's the object. So, when Mr. Bean told me that this is to sell a box, because I was thinking other things. This is to sell a box. He was good with it. I understood then why he did it like this. So
Yes.
You're right,
Yes.
Miss Angel. Just go. That's the fallback. Get on a
Yeah,
Zoom.
yeah.
Show the 12-minute video or the 31-minute video.
Yes. Plan B, right? Next touch.
Yeah,
If they're
that's right.
if they're not if they're not ready, if they're not ready, then the Zoom is the next touch so that you can now have somebody else talking instead of you talking because like as Mr. Boudreaux was saying, right? Because when we talk and we don't know what we're talking about, we could end up, discrediting that without knowing it, right? So I always like to either let the link talk or a video of somebody who knows what they're talking about talk, right? Instead, because when you do that, then you show how simple it is for somebody to just watch a video or go on a web link to look at the information. Then most likely they're like, well, this is, hey, how do I? They may even say, hey, that seems pretty easy. How do I do what you're doing? But if you're the one who has to talk and explain that, the megahertz and they're gonna be like, there's no way that this would interest me at all, right? Or I would learn any of this stuff. So it actually could be you're there to sell the box and you get a sale, but then they turn around and said, man, this seems pretty easy to share. I may want to do what you're doing, so it could be a twofold. So let's go ahead and get to some role playing, right? Because that's why we're here. Do we want to be the first ones to go, or does somebody want to go ahead and play both roles? What do you think?
What do you
Oh,
mean play both roles?
Oh, I mean, like somebody choose a role to play, either the person who's a prospect or the caller or the builder.
Sure, I'll volunteer to play one of the roles.
Okay. Anybody want to, Mr. Del Boudreaux, you want to go with
Miss
her?
Marvin's raising her hand.
Oh, Miss Marva? Okay, I can't see people. I'm sharing
No,
the
I have
screen.
to move to a brighter room, I think.
Okay.
Reload. I'll just do it here now since we're here now. But
Okay, who's going to be the builder and who's going to be the prospect?
which role you want, Marva? I want to be the builder. Okay.
Okay.
I'm your prospect. Go ahead. So are we doing Zeta or what? Yeah. I
Yes,
thought we were
we're
going
just
to
we're
role
just
play
gonna
this.
yeah, we're just gonna go through this role play right here, Miss Marva. Just read the script. We're just basically going off the script right now.
I don't have the script. Where's the script?
Can you see it on the screen?
No. I don't have that up. I have everybody's picture. Let me see.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. Oh. Okay. Ring ring. Hello? Hi, Miss Laura. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. This is Marva. Hey, I need about 3 minutes of your time. Are you good with that? Yeah, sure. What's up? So check your text message. I just sent you something. Okay. So what is this? What is this that you're sending me? I'm sending you I wanted you to check out my before and after speeds on my Wi-Fi. And let me share what they actually mean. Okay. For me, I work from home and I had to wait for files and to come over from the office over and over, lagging Teams calls and Zoom calls that go into buffering. And, sometimes I had to put Facebook on the phone so I could stay up with what was going on in the meeting while my computer catches up. So, have you ever experienced anything like that? Well, actually, yeah, I have I live in the country and so, it's like really an experience here, my internet is slow. Sometimes I also have to turn off my camera so that I can be heard on the internet. And then, thank God it's just me and my husband here because if we get another person in the house,
then the internet goes really bad.
I understand. I know how you feel. So
Mm.
I have a product that can solve this for
Yeah,
you. That problem you're having?
you have something that could solve it. What is it?
Well, I don't know. What does it say? I don't know why. Hold on, I can't read it.
When you open a bag of chips, that's where we are now.
Oh, okay. Have you experienced it? So we solved this. So when you open a bag of chips and you look down in it, what do you see?
Well, chips mostly.
How many chips do you see? Do you see what you thought was going to be in there, what you were paying for?
Nah, man, half of it is air.
Right, exactly. So, well, the internet company sells you a half a bag of internet for the full price. Just like you get the potato chips, you're only getting a half a bag at the full price.
Oh wow,
So
yeah.
it's not the internet company's fault. But now I don't know why, but I have the best connection I've ever had, the best download speeds I've ever had. My Zooms are much better. I don't have to go on Facebook simultaneously with the Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
So what I texted you was just showing you my experience. So if you could change anything about that, what would it be about how your internet is in the country out there?
Well, I would just want really just a stronger connection where where my when I'm on the internet where it doesn't drop. I
Right.
don't want to have to turn off the camera to be heard, or if another person comes in the house, I just want a stronger connection that stays connected.
I get it. I get it. So, and how about the speeds? Would that be something for you too?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
When you're downloading articles or whatever? Okay. Okay. So this box that I have, this internet box is has been the silver bullet for everyone who's bought this box. People are buying them
Really?
like hotcakes. Yes, ma'am. And the
Okay.
boxes are half price right now.
Half price? What's half price?
Well, usually for half price, you only get half the performance, but this is going to change all of that. So if we could double your speed or speed up your internet connection so that you don't get, problems and have to turn off your camera, would that be something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
How much does it
So
cost?
on a Mm, okay. So it's the best deal it's ever gonna be right now because you're getting in on the ground floor. So it's $675 and then shipping and tax. But after next week, it's gonna go up to the regular full price, which is 13.50. I just wanted to
Oh,
call you because yeah, I just wanted to call and let you in on this to see if you would like to go ahead and get this and solve your problem because the internet is not going to get any better by itself.
oh,
This is going
okay.
to boost your internet.
Yeah, well, I'm really very interested. I'm really very interested. So, are they available right now?
Absolutely. Let me send you my link. Zoop.
Okay. And so
Did you get the link?
I got it. Yes, I have it. So what do I do with it?
Okay. Tap on the link that I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
And that also tells you all about the product. But if you're going to order it now and take advantage of the half price, you just go scroll down to the bottom to the cart, pop one in the cart, go to checkout.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Marva. I appreciate you thinking about me.
No, I want you to do it now so I can make sure that it comes up the right price for you.
Okay, I'll do that. All right, done. Good job, Marva.
Okay. Did it come up the regular? Okay. Thank you. And when you get it, you can call me. I'll help walk you through the setup.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Appreciate you. Have a good day.
Bye bye for now. Yeah, that felt pretty good. That felt pretty good on the from the receiving end, I just I like to give my feedback because Marva, you're so natural. Your tone of voice and the way you express yourself, it felt really real. So
Right?
I was really comfortable in that. So thank you for that.
Yes, everybody give them a round of applause. I mean, Marva, she was reading it, she made it her own. I mean, there's so many things that she tweaked to make it sound, not rehearsed, right? And this is from, you definitely can see that she's a professional here. All right. I love that how you put it your own, and then you also followed the script. But that's what it is, right? The script is just there as an outline so that you know which points to hit, but make it your own. And she definitely did that. And Miss Laura, she was like, okay, and if anybody knows role play, Miss Laura is pretty hard. So if you get her on the first try and she already bought a box, you know that you're a pro. Because Miss Laura can give you a hard time, right? So I think you just went in there so smoothly that she didn't have anything but to say yes. Miss Marva, go ahead. Love to share how you felt about
So,
being on that end.
well, I think Miss Laura was just playing with my emotions. She just let it be easy because she was supposed to fight me. So, but it's okay. We're just going through it for the first time. But was it You think it was a good idea to tell her, "Oh no, click on the link. I want to walk you through this," to make sure she put the order in instead of just
No, I love
playing with
that.
me?
I love
Yeah,
that. You
yeah.
did excellent. That's one of the things that I wanted to commend you on because you didn't just leave it there, right? You didn't just leave it there and then just sit there and said, "Hey, did it pop up? Did she buy?" You actually said, and that's how I am. When somebody signs up or when somebody buys something, no, I know it's done because I'm there. I never
Okay,
give anybody a link or anything and say, "Okay, sign up," and I said, "Oh, are you ready to get started? I will. Let's go ahead and hop on a Zoom." And that's when I give them the link. Right when I hop on a Zoom with them and I walk them through. I'm going to walk you through to make sure there's no hiccups. Because one thing that I love is customer service. And I'd rather me walk you through this and make sure everything is okay than for you to have to reach out to customer service because something happened, right? And they're like, okay, you know, that's great. So not only does that make you look good because you want to make sure that she's not having to battle customer service for any mistakes that happen, but you're making sure that that is going through as well. You're there. There's no mistakes. There's nothing going on, and you're being proactive. So I really love that. I wanted to commend you on that because most people would have just left it there. Okay, just let me know when you do it. But you went that extra step, and you're like, no, let's go ahead and walk through that right now. I'll show you step by step on how to do it. And trust me, many times that people who don't do that end up wanting to have to call customer service because the client's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I was supposed to take a screenshot. Oh, I didn't know I lost the email and all kinds of stuff, you know, going through that right now with people on the team. So I know. So what you did was great. And so you want to do that, be proactive in making sure that it's either sell or when they're ready, like when you're ready, let's go ahead and walk through that together, right? So I love that. I love how you came in and you shared everything and talking about, how it worked for you. You're very good at impromptu, Marva, and sharing, changing the words to what fits to you and what your problem and issue was, and then turning it around to ask her what is her objective. And the one thing that you did extra that I don't know if people caught that is you reiterated at the end, right? You reiterated, like, if I solve this for you, right, are you ready to purchase? And that's the reason why she couldn't say anything, because she said, yeah, if you can do it, that's it. So you closed her right there. That's why she couldn't give you an objection, because she didn't say, well, wait, no, right? She said, yeah, if you can solve that, it's a done deal. So you literally closed her. She didn't realize that, but you closed her when you asked that question, because when she said yes to that, then she has to say yes to getting started because she has no more objections. You just said, if I solve this, then will you buy it? So you literally closed her right then and there. So masterful. I love it. Miss Marva, she rocked it, right? So, and this is just her first run. She's seeing it for the first time, like all of us, and that's why I want to say thank you to Mr. Boudreaux, because he's made it so simple, simple, and and basically foul proof, right? Unless you're just not reading it or not even following the steps. So I appreciate that. Anybody else? No
Yeah, I need
worries.
to ask Miss Marva a question. Hey, Miss Marva, so like she just pulled it up. Like when they called her name, she just pulled it up, right? You didn't even see the script before you started reading it, right?
Well, I mean, I kind of skimmed over it when you first showed it, but yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
printed it, but
Yeah,
I
I
didn't have
thought
time
that
to
was
really
just
go.
I thought that was just magnificent, man. It was awesome. I was like, she closed them like you said, Miss Angel, like not even halfway through the thing, man. She was closing them. Oh man, it
Yeah.
was good.
Oh,
Well,
definitely. I
if
definitely
I can,
go ahead. I definitely saw some GCU in there, Miss Marva. Congrats.
thank you, angel investors. Yes, yes.
You've been doing some homework. You've been listening to those calls, haven't you? I can tell. Those calls that Mrs. Omi is putting in the chats. Miss Marva, are you muted?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying. Yes, I have been listening to him. I was listening to one today, on handling
I can tell.
objections, which Miss Laura didn't give me a chance to practice that part. But anyway,
Don't worry, this is role play. You'll have plenty of chances if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
oh,
you'll have plenty of chances. But I can tell. So see, I mean, I can tell like who is actually listening to those Grant Cardone calls, because I can see it when you're talking and speaking, and it shows, right, that you're actually mastering it. So congratulations on doing that, and making it a point to listen to those GCU calls, because I know, Dr. Arlene can attest, Dell can attest. When we were on those role play calls every morning live, it made it made a difference in our sales, in our speech, and in our the way that we were closing our deals. So listening to those every day, on replay, if you have to, on replay is better than not at all. So congratulations. And it pays off. It shows you're a natural pro now. Anybody else wants to test the script out before we end it?
Well, I don't want to test the script out. I just wanted to say that, first of all, thank you, Dale and Miss Angel, for putting this script together, because we understand the scripts are just guidelines, but it really does give us an excellent framework to work from. I mean, this is going to be so helpful for me, in just hitting these people that are on my list, because um, I'm not technical, but I get caught up in the technical, and this totally takes that away. And I like that. It gets to the point, which is what we want to do. I just like to make one little suggestion about that sentence about half price. Mr. Boudreaux, it says, and the boxes are half price. Usually for half price, you only get half the performance. I think you should continue that and say, and in this case, you get better performance at a greater value. Because I don't think you should leave them thinking that half price means half performance, because in this case it doesn't. So, but that's the only thing that I see that would be I think would be of a little value, but everything else is excellent, and I'm planning to use it tonight.
Hey, thank you, Miss Laura. Man, that's a good idea. I'm gonna put that in there because it doesn't quite close it like off. You're right. It kind of leaves you hanging right there, right? And the thing it leaves you hanging on is half the performance, which is not what you want to leave
No,
them hanging on. Right? I
no.
agree, man. That's good. Good feedback. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes. And Dr. Arlene, we love to hear from you.
Oh, I just have a question, Angel. Again, thanks for putting this together and training us over and over and over again. It's truly appreciated. My question is, at what point, and maybe I didn't see the full PS3, do you mention anything regarding them becoming an affiliate or the coins?
Yes. So I think on this one, Mr. Bean wanted a PS3 just for the sell,
Okay.
like selling a system.
Okay.
So this one is just to sell the system, and not the rest. I think once becoming an affiliate would be on another, and that's what I think we spoke about that before you got on. That when it says on a scale of 1 to 10 at the end, let's say she didn't agree and she said, then you on the close we would say on a scale of 1. We didn't get to here, but on a scale of 1 to 10, 1, you love your internet, or 10, you're ready, or 10, you're ready to put yourself in position to not have to worry about drop calls. Which one are you? Then if they say, like, let's say you said you're a 7, like you're not sold on it yet, right? You're not ready. You're like, maybe a 7, I'm not sure. Then we would say, okay, great. So what you're telling me is that you need more information, correct? And if you're like, yeah, of course, I would love more information, then that's when we go to this bottom part, and I'll move it up, where he says, let me send you a Zoom link, right? And that's where he had already written this up before we decided, let me send you a Zoom link. And then that's where you could go into it further by playing the 12-minute video or the 30-minute video, either the sizzle or the Robert, the whole full overview on that, while you're on the Zoom with them.
Thank you.
And then did I answer that question? But now that I'm thinking about it, are you asking, like, when do we do the affiliate before we sell them the
Right, because if you send them the link, they don't get that discount.
correct. No, they still do. The reason for the affiliate, doing the affiliate first, is what happens is because what happens is when you send your Zeta link, right? When you send your Zeta link, it goes to Zeta first. Zeta, that's why if you've seen sometimes you may have had some sales, but you haven't been paid for them in a long time, because what happens is the process goes from Zeta, and then Zeta will send it over to Build, and then Build will find you or find who you are, who is linked to, and then they put it together, and then you'll be paid on it, right? So, but the thing is with Zeta, remember their customer service is brand new, and so they may be sending it 2 weeks later, or maybe the end of the month, all one thing, right? And so when you do the affiliate first, and the process is still the same, but the only thing is it ties to you right away from Build. So if you have them do the affiliate, then they will, and they order from their back office, then they will send it to Zeta. Zeta will send it out. So that means that your customer is already tied to you in Build.
Right, because the last
Right?
time I sent my Zeta link without the person becoming an affiliate, it came up as the 1350.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Oh, when you send them the link without them ordering from the back office,
Mhm.
did they, when they click on the link, did they go scroll all the way to the bottom?
It said 13. It said 13.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Did they take it all the
So,
way through to the end though? Because
No,
I've
she
had
didn't. When
people,
she saw 1350, she stopped.
right. So if she had put it in her cart, it would have come up the half price. Because I've had someone that happened to someone as well. And then the other thing that I've had happen to someone is the browser that they're using. If they're using if they're using Safari or Firefox, then it doesn't show up for some reason. Because I had a person who was using that and it never showed up half price. But when they changed their browser to Chrome, then it went through as half price.
Thanks for that, Miss Laura.
You're welcome.
yes, but you do want to do it, and if you can, the best part is to actually sign them as an affiliate and then have them purchase in the back. That way everything's connected and you're all good. You won't have to chase
Miss Angel,
them. Yes.
this Philip, can I say something about that? So I actually I've been playing around to see the new website now, and I actually noticed today that Juan may have made an update on it, but I noticed today when I was looking at the Zeta box, like if I were to sell it to a client, it looks like they have a place just like ADT or when you do Brick Security, they have a place where you click on the link and it says enter Zeta information, like you're doing a solar lead or you're doing a like a water filtration. I just noticed that this morning. I didn't click on it yet or anything because I'm talking to my sister and my auntie. They have a sale with them, but basically it looks like you just put their information in, submit it over to Chris McHenry, and that's it. So that's the way, because he was talking about they're going to track it eventually, and I think they already got that on there. I saw that today.
Okay.
So
Was that
yeah, that's
for data or was okay? If they have that in place.
That's data. Yeah, you just put the link, you just put their information in, first name, last name, and their information, and then what internet provider they got, and submit it over to Chris McHenry. And I think that's the way they're going to track it. That's what it looks like.
I think that's.
Hey, I have a comment on that. That's for the internet. That's for the internet that they sell, not the Zeta. That's two different things.
Yeah.
What Chris does, he's the rep for the internet portion.
Yeah. Sabrina's correct on that. I was just going to say that. Yes. Yes, Sabrina is correct on that. So if remember, we do have internet as well. So if your customer wants to switch completely to internet, then they can go through Chris McHenry for the internet switch. Zeta is completely different. Zeta is just the product. Chris McHenry takes care of the internet spectrum. I believe he does Spectrum Fiber, AT&T, something like that. But he's the internet service provider, whereas Zeta is the product, the mesh modems. So they're completely different. Yes. Perfect. So, but they're saying that it's going to be, everything is a work in progress. So it's going to be good. But just to make sure that everything is there and you'll be able to, contact Build specifically for your, challenges, you want to go ahead and make them the affiliate first and purchase their box in the back. And how I do it, I just said, I just smooth it over and just say, hey, in order for you to get the discount, we need to go ahead and create you a Build account, because some people are like, I don't want to do, no, we just need to create you an affiliate, a Build affiliate account so you can get the half off. And when you say that, they're like, oh, okay, right? And then that's how I do it. I just say that's how you get the half off. There's nothing else you have to do except for create the account, and I'll walk you through it, right? So when you walk them through it, it takes about 2 to 3 minutes and it's done. And they're like, oh, okay, so it's not, but you can actually place your affiliates according to where you want to place too. So that's another good thing if they decide they want to be a builder, right? So that's that they can just, that will put them on the right side of you as well, that you want them to replace. But well, that's all for today. I'm sure we're going to be part 2 with Mr. Del Boudreaux on the next one and working more on our role plays for this. So thanks everyone for coming out. Mr. Del Boudreaux, you have anything else to say before we end it?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody because, every time I get on any kind of training or any kind of role playing, I mean, y'all all inspirations to me, man. I mean, y'all just consummate professionals, and it's just great working with people that have like minds. And Miss Angel, I appreciate you for having this platform and allowing us to be on it and sharpen our skills. So thank every one of y'all, and thank you, Miss Angel.
Thank you, Mr. Del Boudreaux, and thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Bean, because without them, of course, this is not, they had put this on their plate ever since they started GCU and realizing and seeing how people have been growing through that program. And they want to make sure that all of us are able to keep that going. So you guys are the reason why this call is here. And I hope that you guys got a lot of value out of this. And see you at the 8 p.m. call so we can brighten our
Okay. I had a
millionaire
quick question.
mindset. Sure. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I had a quick question, Miss Angel. So,
Yeah.
like Dr. Arlene was saying, they're supposed to be able to get their initial builder complimentary kind of with purchasing as an early adopter, the 1 month of builder subscription included in this half off. So
Correct.
would it be wrong for us to say something like, okay, so you're going to get a half off, and thank you for being an early adopter. For that, the company wants to give you a 1 month look at the company, included in the price you've already paid.
Yeah, definitely.
So all you have to do is sign up, and then you get to see everything that I see and everything that the company has to offer for a month.
How I
Included
would
with your
word
purchase.
that, how I would word that is also you get a complimentary membership for 30 days for you to look at all the benefits of our platform and even book some travel. Be a part of some smart money financial take part in
Right.
some of financial benefits as well. And I think that would be good. Complementary benefits of the company would be a good selling.
Complimentary 1 month membership.
Yes. Because when you
Okay.
say like build and everything, that they just like, oh, well, I'm not looking to do
I want to
anything.
sell
But
this.
but as they go in there and they look at the different things, then they're gonna like be curious, right? But when you gotta word it where the benefits and especially the travel, because if they can get 30 days of like, if they can get 30 days of like 70, if you say, up to 70% off on travel, right? It's between 40 and 70 or something like that. Then they'll be like, oh, let me get on here and let me look at what they have, and they'll scroll anyways, right?
Mhm.
But travel is always the good benefits that you want to say
In the
because
summertime too. Yeah.
yeah, so it's like you get them to look at one thing and then they start looking at everything. Right. So I love that. Yep. You're absolutely right on that. That is a sell. And just say you get a 30-day free free membership to look at all the benefits of the company. So and that will be a great sell. And remember, I don't know if you were on the call when they said that when that person purchases the Zeta, they have to take a screenshot. And do you see the little support ticket on the bottom? The little thing that says support. They have to click on that. And then they have to click the Zeta. I think Zeta, it's at the bottom of it. It's Zeta. And then they have to share their screenshot of the instructions are right there. You have to share the screenshot. That way they can get the 30-day membership. All right. So as soon as they
Share
do that,
the
of
screenshot
their
of their purchase.
correct,
Yeah.
correct. Screenshot of their purchase, but they have to do that in order to get their 30-day free membership. So if you're walking them, which I always advise, walking them to sign up, doing the affiliate, you know, and then purchasing their product, tell them, take a screenshot. Hey, by the way, let's go ahead and get your 30-day free membership. Click on that support group. We're going to go ahead and send an email straight to support to make sure that they'll turn that feature on for you. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And then
Thank
you're all set and your customer will be happy.
Yay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that helps.
It
We'll
does.
see
Thank
you
you.
again in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.